Hey everyone. We're gonna spend like a few minutes giving people a chance to join. I will start this stream in like 10 minutes, so that should be enough for me to, well, not just promote the stream, but also to give people a chance to join. So sit back, relax, and join us in 10 minutes. All right, let's do this. It is time to start. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Where is the? Why is it not? Oh, right, different scene. There we go. Welcome to another stream, everyone. I hope you all have been doing well. Quick recap of last time, even though I think you should go watch it. We are trying to, well, have a good design for Arno, or my character, into a Transformers AU. And I have been struggling a little bit. If you want to see how much I've been struggling, you should see the previous stream. It was ridiculous. Now, we've made a lot of progress since then, since we started. And now I am kind of stumped at the colors. Now, as you can see here, like the colors are the red, gold, and it's kind of like dark gold-ish color. I don't know how else to describe it. Now, in terms of colors in of itself, it's not bad. However, the whole thing is just not really that good because like when I zoom in here, for example, kind of looks like Iron Man. The whole color as well, just the way the colors mush together is just not that great. So that's the goal for today's episode is that we or stream is that we try to figure out how to actually do this properly and like fix what needs to be fixed. So yeah, I'll also be looking at chat often to see if anyone has any suggestions on how to fix anything. So let's begin. Let's not waste any more time. So how do we fix the colors? Because I want the colors to be the red, the gold, and obviously the silver is gonna have to be there because that's just how it is with Transformers. There always have to be like some sort of silver to show the face, for the face and the body. So I think we need to add in some details first. I think adding some details is going to be the solution to improving upon the design. Question is, what should we even add? Maybe the body itself is too thin. Maybe we need to add something like here, this way. Because don't forget, he's like a giant robot. So maybe, like if we add something here, on these sides, maybe if we do that, it's going to be better. Maybe if we add this here, no, it's this here, like so. And imagine that basically on the other side too, here. Maybe actually. Maybe. Let's see what else I can add. Maybe I can add like a gold trim around here. Like if I add an outline around here and add a gold trim. Maybe not the whole way, but like you get the idea. Like here, for example. And have like this area be gold, like on the inside. I think that would look decent actually. I think that would look good. What else can we change? Maybe change the mask a little bit. Because, yeah, I know it's like inspired by Optimus Prime, but maybe we can make it smaller. Maybe we can add like like maybe this part can be a like the rest of his helmet, for example. Okay, that alone makes it look better. So let's try and actually like this is good as a sketch, but let's see how good it would look once we actually, you know, add in the line art. There we go. And then I'm actually gonna kind of copy this section here and go down like this. There we go. And then, okay, maybe just do this. Okay, and then we can maybe copy that to the other side. Let's mirror that. Whoops. Where'd it go? There we go. Mirror that to here. Okay, I'm liking this. Where else can we go? Let's try and add these sides. Wait, let me see what it looks like without the sketch layer. Okay, yeah, it actually looks better. I like that there's more detail. There's more stuff going on there. Maybe I can also add like a layer here. If I do this here, for example, would that look good or would that just look off-putting? It kind of looks off. I think I just need to get a reference. Maybe if I get a reference, it would look better. Let's see. If I get like I don't know, Bumblebee, for example, maybe I can get Bumblebee as a reference. Oh, no, the actual thing. No, car. No, not car. Sorry, Transformer. I don't know why I said car. Transformers Prime, for example, because I like the Transformers Prime art style. So maybe if I see what they had going on, I can try and go for something similar. All right, I got the reference. So let us see. That is small. Well, that is tiny. And there we go. Okay, so technically my original design wasn't that bad compared to this. Kind of looks similar. It does actually kind of look similar, yeah. Hmm. I think it's just the fact that the arms need to be a bit bigger. Because like in terms of body, right? In terms of body, it does look the same, right? But like yeah, like in terms of the like in terms of the arms, maybe they can be a bit bigger. And even if we don't like get the Transformers Prime one, what if I go like like the original one, Transformers One, not the actual like movie Transformers One, but like the live action Transformers One. Another tiny one. Okay. It's gonna be heavily pixelated too. Oh my god. Right, so yeah, it's like the arms. The problem is kind of with the arms. It's not that they're too short, but they don't really have this kind of bulkiness around them. I think that's where it needs to change, is that we need to add more bulk to the arms. I don't know if it's too short, I meant too small. It's not really the fact that it's too small, it's just that it lacks the bulkiness of a Transformer's butt. So the question remains, where is the arms layer? I generally don't remember. Oh, there it is. This is the layer for this arm. Alright, let's decrease the opacity. Alright, what if I even get like another like transformer? What if I get um I mean not Megatron, but like someone like I don't know, Ratchet. Yeah, he also has like a kind of bulkiness to him. I mean I know you all can't see what I'm saying, but like he does also have like a bulkiness to him. It's not as this level of bulkiness as Bumblebee, but he does like have a bit of bulkiness to him. So that's what we're gonna try and do. We're gonna try and bulk him up. Maybe if I just make it this tiny bit bigger, just the shoulder bit like a tiny bit bigger. What if I also bring it like this, right? And then this is gonna act as if like it's what like the joint that's holding it to his shoulder. I think that would look good actually. And then we remove this part here. Where's the layer? This one? Yep. Okay, that looks better actually. Compare this shoulder to this one. That looks like an improvement. And then ooh, actually, okay, it's not really gonna appear that much in this section, but what if I do like this, and this is gonna be like his normal, like I guess tricep, and then we can go here, because like what if I just give him like massive blades for no reason in these areas, you know? Like what if I just do that for no absolute reason, just because it looks cool and nothing else? Okay, well maybe it should be a bit bigger now that I think about it. All right, so like this. There we go. Wait, I need the size back. There we go. And then we get this like so, and then like this maybe. You know what? Heck yeah, that looks cool. That looks kind of cool. It looks like kind of big, but that's kind of the whole point. That's why we're doing this. And then we get in another like area for like his elbow. Whoops, that's the wrong layer. There we go. And then I think we can just like, give him a normal piece over here. There we go. I think we can safely copy this to the other side. Cause look at that. Look at that. Look at look. Just look. And there we go. Actually, I almost forgot to add like a little piece here and a little piece here. For no reason other than just to show that it's 3D-ish, I guess. Okay, wait, this is part of the arm. This is part of the arm. And this is part of the arm. I don't think that's part of the arm. Alright, let's get that. And let us do mirror that. Bring it all the way to the other side. Beautiful. I mean, even if it doesn't look good now, we can always change it later, but for now, it looks good. I like it. Which I think means it's time to safely use it. Where's the yeah, okay, I need the gold so we can. Oh right, I didn't highlight the where the gold will go. Let's get that. Let's do that there, 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 and then just slowly and carefully, just like follow the path. We're in no rush. There we go. Oh, not that far. Like this. Like this. No, like this. Nope. Like this. No. Like this. This way. And this way. Alright, that's one side. What else can we do? I think it's just this side. Where's the gold thing? The sketch layer. There it is. Yep, that's like the only thing left that we have to do. So let's mirror that on the other side. There we go. That is done now. Now we can start coloring. So let us start coloring. Alright, so we're gonna start the lines first. And I'm gonna do it by hand because I'm gonna color either way because the fill tool doesn't exactly work that well. It leaves like these white spots behind. It doesn't feel like the whole way, so I'm just gonna color this by hand. It's not gonna be an issue. Man, imagine they made it like Transformers 2. That would have been so cool. No, for some reason they just had to make they just had to make Transformers 1 and market it badly and just cancel the entire thing. It sucks, man. It would have been cool to see characters like Arno were gonna be in that part of the Transformers universe. Well, actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of good that they didn't get to continue it because what was it gonna be like the Transformers animated movie verse? That would have been like really long for a really long title for that. But then again, the DCAMU is an acronym, so I guess that anything's possible. Also, it's kind of off topic of Transformers since this isn't Transformers since we know this is a Transformers stream. The new Spider-Verse movie, yeah, Beyond the Spider-Verse, they shared some new photos, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm really glad they took their time animating that movie because imagine if it was rushed and it came out in the like a year after after Across the Spider Verse, it would have been the most worst animated movie of all time. Serious. Which also kind of reminds me of the time they genuinely thought they were going to be able to bring out these movies back to back. How? Like if you even like the only way I can imagine that you would have brought these movies back to back in is you animate like all of it and you're just like finishing up the second movie, like how they kind of did with Endgame and Infinity War, where they just like recorded or like filmed both movies back to back. Like they filmed like one huge movie, and then they just cut it out, so like split it down the middle. Like they gave like how they split it into Endgame and the Infinity War, or technically Infinity War and Endgame since Infinity War came out first. Whatever. Same thing. That's what I'm trying to say is that like unless you did that where you like did both movies at the same time, you published film and at the same time you're like wrapping up the second film, then sure I can see why you say that you're gonna be able to publish your movie a year after. But that's also like something I want to talk about. That's an animated movie, my guy. An animated movie that is gonna take way longer to finish than and I should probably clarify. This is mostly directed to the people that are criticizing or like were criticizing why the movie kept on getting delayed. It's an animated movie. It's gonna take way longer to finish than a normal movie, like a normal live action movie. Is it bad that they just announced that they're gonna make it in like a year and be able to pump it out? Yeah, I'm not saying they're not wrong for that. But was the delay inevitable? Yeah. Okay, do you think this section can be gold? Oh yeah, right. There's like this section that I wanted to add with his mouth mask piece thing. I think it was like here. Yeah, it looks nice, so we might as well. Now, where's the gold section? There it is. And then give him his golden pupils. I know it, like Autobots don't you have golden pupils, but hey, he's my Autobot, so he gets to look however you. It's my Autobot, so he gets to look however I want him to. Alright, so that's like the gold highlights. Here's where I was stumped last time because I don't know how to color him. Because yeah, as you can see here last time, I just went red, like here. And I don't know. I mean, these two are going to be red either way. Man, I can't be bothered to fill that. I generally can't be bothered to fill Tomb and Krita. Like, if anyone from Krita is watching, fix your fill tool, or at least tell me how to use the fill tool properly. Because god dang, this fill tool is it needs some work. It needs some work, man. It's just bad. All right, back to what I was talking about. The coloring. Back to the coloring. How are we gonna fix it? All right, so I think I should just add this silver and gray first. All right, so this I'm gonna change it actually. I'm gonna make this like light silver his face, and I'm gonna make the darker shade of silver his mask piece. There you go. What else? Should I think I should just do that normally, yeah. And then we use these like so. So that's like his body. That's like, like the machines, the mechanics, and all that. Although, I think I can make it look better if I use dark gray. Maybe I should also use dark gray for this section. Okay, yeah, that looks cool. That looks really nice. Not even like as a shading thing, but like in general. Because again, this is just like the early stages. This is just us putting in the flat colors. There's no shading yet. Let's put in the red all over here. Okay, that actually looks better than last time. What do we think, chat? Generally, what do we think? Oh, I got a spam message in my chat. That's not good. Oh yeah, it's from an account created 2 days ago, and it's its first time messaging. So yeah, that is definitely spam messaging. It's kind of weird that I'm getting these messages considering that I changed the settings to having like an actual like account, like with an email to be able to send messages in chat. Focus. I think we've done a good job here. I really think we did a good job here. Now I think it's time to start a rendering process. I think it's time to start the render. Oh boy. Do you think I should add the Transformers Autobots logo here? Should I add it here? I was gonna add it on like his arm, but maybe I should just add it here. Nah, delete that. It doesn't really look that cool. So let's. It's the ROG tool. Whoa, look at that. There we go. Okay, just adding these like harsh shadows. It's I just realized something. This is probably going to be the hardest thing to I'm ever going to render because I don't know how to render like reflections on metal because to me these sort of reflections don't make any sense. So because sure, like on one side of the metal you got the bright side, but then it can also like reflect from the other side as well, like the other side of the bright. It's kind of weird. So I really don't know how to render it. I know what I'll just figure it out. It's fine. Yeah, first step is to simply just add the shadows, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, not here. It's more like here and here. I think this one as well. This scene here, this section. I don't know why scene does not make any sense. Let's add this side as well. This like harsh shadow over at the edge. Over here. And a little bit like over here as well. Alright, now it's time to add a little bit less of harsher shadow. And how do I do that? Well, simple really. I just move, or I try to like, copy the shadow design that I originally do, and then I just lower the opacity. But that's only for this section because there's another thing that I like to do. Like this, like this, and then this section. So I'm just gonna fill that one. I'm gonna use the fill for the. Okay, I remembered why I don't use the fill for these. Uh, there we go. And then here, here. Oh my god, just fill it up. It's not that hard. Just fill her up, man. It's not that hard. There. Almost done. Almost done. And then we lower the opacity. There we go. Actually, I should probably add like a bit of shadow as well over on the shoulder blades. Here, here, here. Kind of like that. Hold on. This, like this. Maybe even a little over here. How does that look? Okay, it just needs to be ironed out a little bit. Like this. There we go. And then we do the same for the other side. This is usually why I prefer to draw like one side of the body, because it just gets repetitive. Uh, no, okay, kind of wrong, but like it's just my preference. And every time I do something like this, I respect people who do like normal, like front-facing portraits and drawings even more, because man, this process can get really repetitive if you don't know how to keep yourself entertained. Right then, let's see what colors we got. We got Okay, well, I'm gonna do a bit of dark red actually. It's just gonna be like a light shade. Oh, right, I just realized that I'm using it on the same layer as the other one. Whoops. That's not the color I was looking for. What if I just use blue? Actually, what if purple? I always use purple to shade. And then I use blue for like highlights. What the heck? There we go. Come on. No. There we go. There we go, over here. Okay, now I can use like the purple over here maybe. And then maybe like here. If I finish it today, I'm posting this tomorrow. Give it a chance to, go through glaze. Alright. I'm gonna... No, I'm getting kind of hungry. What time is it? It's almost 2. Well, I'll finish this drawing and then I'm gonna go eat. Because then, after we eat, we have another stream, but on the game channel. Normal channel, on the main channel. And it's for Greece, and it's gonna be only on Twitch, so... I hope you guys are gonna be there with me to play the final stream. Alright, let's see how it looks now that we added the purple. And it looks good. I like it. I like the purple. It suits them. Now we can actually add some highlights. And for the highlights, I'm going to use this blue color. Alright, got some highlights. I'm not even going to make like solid lines. I'm going to use this spray. Like I'm going to use it in the middle of the body, for example, here. Just around here. Cannot need these shaded areas. Around here. Maybe here. Maybe a bit here. Some over here, some over here, some down there. Maybe some with the face too, just a little bit. And then we lower the opacity. There you go. Adds a bit of shine to it. And then I'm actually going to use the same color, but just a little bit Actually, this pink. Use this pink here. The edge. These all over. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Add it a little bit to the edge over here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we actually did it. There we go. There's armor. There's Arno as a transformer. All I have to do now is just sign. Actually, let me just add that as text. It's going to be easier, way easier than writing all this. There we go. And then we can grab this, get a bit larger, maybe even rotate it a little bit. And then just like, I don't know. There we go. And then we just like lower the opacity just a tiny bit. There we go. That, ladies and gents, is Arno as a transformer. I didn't expect to actually finish this quickly. But there's still a bit of time left. There's still a few minutes. You know what? Maybe we can start the one I was gonna start next week, or not the next week, but like next Thursday, or not next Thursday, this Thursday, which was Arno as a cowboy. I could start that now, actually. Yeah, let's start it now. Why not? Basically, Arno's a cowboy bounty hunter, and the thing is, I completely forgot about him for a time. And now we're here. And yes, I do have. I mean, for those Red Dead Redemption players that could be watching, I do have an idea of having him into a Red Dead Redemption AU. So yeah, that's still gonna be a whole different thing. It's not gonna be this. This is just a normal cowboy, but there's still like a Red Dead Redemption 2 thing I'm working on. But I'm not gonna even talk about that yet because I still don't know what I'm gonna do for it. All I know is that it's gonna be after Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh god, I don't know what to do here. Where do I even begin? Maybe his hair. I think his hair needs to be fixed a little bit. Cause like there's supposed to be. Hold on. All right, this is like where his hairline. This is where it starts. Yeah, there you go. Supposedly. So we'll see. We'll see how we're gonna do that. Oh wait, this is the bandana. Oh wait. And then this. There you go. That's like the bandana, right? Right. That's gonna cover his mouth. Oh wait, I didn't give him his hood. Hold on. The hood is supposed to be put down. You know what? Yeah, it's been like an hour, a little over an hour. It's fine. I think we can end this here. I hope you did. Please leave a like, subscribe, and all that beautiful stuff. And I hope you will join me later on Twitch when we start. Know that they sound familiar, or not familiar, similar. Yeah, that is all that I have to say. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.